Okay, Ruth, Abigail, Cecilia, Angel. Are your friends Ruth and Malavika? That's why you all are smiling. Next, others turn it on, students. Aileen, Bhargavi, Cecilia, good evening, Kia. Good evening. Abigail, Kia. All of you will turn it on, students. Be quick. We'll start. Even I'll join from other device. If you'll turn it off. Why are you late, Kia? Why are you joining late? How can you think? Do you think class is 7:30, 7:40? Science class got over? Okay, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, Abigail has turned it on. Ruth, Malavika, then Bhargavi, Angel, Cecilia, Aileen. Aileen is pending. Aileen and Kia. Even Anya. Anya, turn it on, Anya. Where are you, Anya? You reached home or still traveling? Your class school started. Remember? What's going on? You're still celebrating festival. Okay. Trigonometry students. Look here. We'll start from the beginning. All of you are thorough with this, right? Perpendicular, hypotenuse, base, and all this. We'll just go through the basic concept now. Look, basic concept. You'll get questions on for MCQ. For MCQ, I'll give a value A, B, C. This is 4 and this is 3. Which side is missing? AC is missing. Okay, which theorem do we apply to find the value of AC? Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? The largest side opposite to 90 degree is what you call hypotenuse. AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So AC square you keep as it is. AB square is 4 square plus 3 square. 16 plus 9. What's the value of AC, students? 25. Yeah, what happens to square if it goes to the other side? From AC, the square goes to the other side. It becomes root 25. How much is root 25? 5. AC is equals to 5. So I think all of you know how to apply Pythagoras theorem and find. When do we apply Pythagoras theorem? If any one side is missing. Okay, remember, if any one side is not given, apply Pythagoras theorem and find it. So what are the answers we have here? 3, 4 and 5. Now, with respect to sine theta, what is sine theta, students? Is any angle given here? Did we take any angle? No. I'll erase this. Don't write. When I'm teaching, don't write. All of you listen. I'll give you all time to copy. Okay. Now, let me take theta, students. A. Let us take A. With respect to angle A, I want you all to answer sec theta. What is theta value? Where is theta? Angle A or C? Angle A. So instead of theta, I'll write angle A, students. What is sec A? What is the formula for sec? Okay, I'll tell you how to remember. I'll tell you how to remember and write it quickly. Look here. All you have to remember is first three formulas. Sine, cos, tan. What is sine formula? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos is hypotenuse. Tan is what? Or perpendicular by base. Now look here. In this entire 6 trigonometry ratio, can you see only tan and cot as T and T? Tan and cot? Right? So they are one pair, students. They are one pair. Perpendicular by base. So what is the opposite of perpendicular by base? Base by perpendicular. They are one pair. The values will be opposite. Next, cos. theta. What is cos theta? Base by hypotenuse. What is the opposite of cos theta? What is arrow I drawn? Sec. If I write this, can you see S and C? Right, first and last. If I put E here, does it become sec theta? So what is the value? Yeah, this is how we have to remember. Even without writing it in order, this is how we have to remember. So cos will be the opposite of sec theta, hypotenuse by base. What is the last value which is left? Sin theta. So sin theta will be opposite to which one? Cosec theta. Hypotenuse by perpendicular. Clear? Okay, now back to this question. I asked you all to find sec theta. So when it is sec, what do you have to remember? Sec is opposite to which one? Cos. What is cos formula? Hypotenuse. So even sometimes even I forget to remember all the formulas in order. So I would study only these three: sine, cos, tan, and I know the order: sine, cos, tan, cos, sec, cosec. Then obviously the other three will be the reciprocal of that. If cos is base by hypotenuse, sec is equal to what? Hypotenuse by base. With respect to sine sec A, which is hypotenuse, students, hypotenuse is fixed. What's the value? Yeah, AC divided by what is base for angle theta, which is base? AB. So the answer is 5 divided by 4. Is this clear? All of you understood? Now if I change theta, students, if I change theta from this point, I'll make it C. Now tell me what is sec theta? The formula is same. Hypotenuse by base. Which is hypotenuse? AC. Yes, 5. But what is base here? Is it AB or BC? Which is base? BC is the base now. So what's the answer? 5 by 3. Can you see? Even though we find sec theta, the values are changed here. Right? The values are changed. So it depends on the angle. It depends on the angle. Okay. So based on this, I'll give you all 3 questions. I want you all to find. I'll give you all 3 or 4 questions. Cosec C. Find cosec C, then tan A, students. Write the formula for cosec with respect to C. Find the answer. Anya, write it. Anya, stop laughing. Write the question. Okay. You should be quick, students. What is cosec formula? Cosec is opposite of sine, right? Hypotenuse by perpendicular. Yes. With respect to angle C, with respect to angle C, hypotenuse is fixed, 5. With respect to angle C, which is perpendicular, 5 by 4 is the answer. Next, what is tan? With respect to angle, not C, with respect to angle A, which is perpendicular, 3 by 4. Okay, with respect to tan, angle A, students, perpendicular, the other meaning for perpendicular is opposite, 3 by 4. Is this clear? So this is how ratio works. Sin, cos, tan, cos, sec, cosec. Okay, one more question. I'll give you one more. Mostly they ask basic question for MCQ. One more question is cos square C. What is cos square? Cos square A plus sin square A. Find the answer for these two. Square is given. First write cos C value and square it. All of you completed. What is cos, students? Cos value with respect to angle C. With respect to angle C, what is cos formula? Per- Perpendicular by base. How is it 3 by 5? No, no, sorry. Base by hypotenuse, right? Correct. 3 by 5. What's the answer? T square is 9 by 25. Next. Cos A is how much? 4 by 5 the whole square. What is sine? By 5. If you open the bracket, 16 by 25 plus 25. If you take LCM, denominator is same. 16 by 9. You get 25 by 25. Answer is 1. So, this I'll teach you in square concept. That's the reason I gave one question. Can you see sine square A, cos square A is given? For sine square A and cos square A, what's the answer we got? 1. Keep in mind, remember this, we'll do this later. So, this is the answer. All of you got the answer? The basic questions are done. MCQ questions. Next one. This is square relation, students. Square relation. I mean, not square. These are the ratios. Remember this order. All of you remember this. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Next, reciprocal relation. Reciprocal relation. What do you mean by reciprocal relation? Reciprocal. What is reciprocal, students? Numerator by denominator becomes denominator by numerator. If I write 3 by 5, if I want to reciprocate, it becomes 5 by, yeah, 5 by 3. Now, the reason I gave this order is, look how simple it is. Left hand side, all this are reciprocal relation. Sine and cos is one pair, cos and sec, tan and cot. If I write sine theta, the reciprocal of sine is 1 by cosec theta. This is the reciprocal relation. If I take a value, sine 50 degrees, what is the reciprocal of sine 50? 1 by cosec 50. Can you see 50 and 50 degree? I have written it same. This is the reciprocal relation. In the same way, if I write cosec 30 degree, what's the reciprocal for cosec 30, students? 1 by 1 by sin 30. This is the reciprocal relation. Write reciprocal relation, take down the formula. Sin theta is 1 by cosec theta. Or you can write cosec theta is 1 by sin theta. Both are same. Next, look at this table, left hand side, arrow. Cos theta is reciprocal to which one? 1 by sec theta. Or sec theta is reciprocal to 1 by cos theta. Next, tan theta. Tan theta is reciprocal to 1 by cot theta, and cot theta is reciprocal to 1 by tan theta. Make a note, all of you, 1 by tan theta. Let me know if you all have done. These are the reciprocal relations, students. So this trigonometry ratios, we have three concepts in this. One is reciprocal relation, the other one is square relation, and complementary angles relation. So reciprocal is done. Next is quotient relation. Quotient. There are two special formulas for quotient relation. Reciprocal relation, quotient relation. So quotient relation is nothing but it is only for tan and cot, students. Remember, quotient is only for tan and cot. Make a note of this. Write quotient relation, tan theta. These are two special formulas. Tan theta is equal to sin theta divided by cos theta. Remember this. Most important formula we use for 10th standard trigonometry. This is the most important formula. Cot theta. Cot theta is equals to cos theta by sin theta. Can you see we have just reciprocate the values? Sin by cos became cos by sin. Is this clear, students? All of you understood? It is because of this formula. We know tan is equals to 1 by cot. Therefore, the values are getting reciprocated. Completed? Have you all written it? Okay, next one. Yes, next one. Just a minute. Tan theta, sin theta, quotient relation is done, students. Quotient relation, I'll erase this. Look here. Everything depends on this order, the order which I have written. This one. So reciprocal, next, quotient relation. When it comes to quotient relation, tan theta. So above tan theta, look here, above tan theta, we have sin theta, cos theta. So just write sin by cos. Remember, sin by cos theta. And we know tan theta reciprocal is cot theta. Cot theta is cos theta by sin theta, reciprocal values. This is done. Next, complementary angle, complementary concept. Complementary is right hand. See, left hand side, remember reciprocal relation, students. Reciprocal. Right hand side, remember complementary angles. We call complementary. I'll tell you the meaning of complementary. Complementary is nothing but if you take a right angle, this is 90 degree. What is the sum of a triangle, students? What is the sum of triangles? For any triangle, what will be the angle? When you add all three angles, it should be equal to 180. This is the fixed rule. For any triangle, when you add all three angles, it should be 180. In 180, how much is angle B? How much is angle B? 90 degree. I'll remove 90 degree. What is left? 90. So what are the other two angles which is 90? The sum of which two angles? Angle A and C. Remember this, angle A plus angle C should give 90 degrees. This is the concept of complementary. We know one angle is fixed, B is fixed. The complementary of A and C should give 90 degrees, students, when you add. So what do you mean by that? If I take angle A as 50 degrees, what will be the value of angle C? Not 20. Both should give 90 Kia. Together it should give 90. What will be the value? 40 degree. So what's the formula? Angle A plus angle C should be equal to how much? 90. Okay, what is angle A? 50 degree plus angle C is 90. If you want to find angle C, 90 minus this 50, what's the angle? 8. So this is known as complementary angle. I'll tell you what is the complementary relation between sine cos. You don't have to write this. Don't write all this. I'll tell you what to write. So all of you will maintain the notes, students. This is one of the most important and tough concept chapter, trigonometry. If you don't understand in the beginning, questions will be too tough to solve. Next, when we talk about complementary, these two are one pair, these two are one, and these two are one pair. Okay, these two. Now, what is complementary? Sine theta. If I take sine theta, the formula is, for sine theta, the complementary is cos. And the formula is 90 minus theta. This is the formula. See, sine theta. If I take sine 50 degrees, students, 50 degrees. So what's the answer for sine 50? Sine will get converted into what? Cos 90 minus this 50, students, 50 degrees. So sine 50 degrees is equal to cos 90 minus 50 is 40. This is the answer. So sine 50 is equal to how much? Sine 50 is equal to cos 40. Yeah, don't write this. Don't write, just listen. Next, if I take tan theta, what is the complementary of tan, students? First convert tan. Tan would become, look at the right hand side part. Tan would become cot. And what's the formula? 90 minus theta. Theta is nothing but angle. Now if I write tan 25 degrees. How do you convert tan 25 degrees? First you have to convert tan becomes cot. Minus this 25. Put 25 degrees here. So tan 25 degrees is equals to what? Cot. What is 90 minus 25? How much is 90 minus 25? 65 degrees. Did you understand this calculation part? How complementary angle works? Okay, I'll give you all the complementary formula. This is how complementary angle works. I'll give you all the formula. Look here. Write like this. Sin theta is equals to cos 90 minus theta. Or you can also write this in reverse order. You can write cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. You can also write sin 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta. This is the formula. But make sure sin and cos are one pair. Sin and cos is one pair. Tan and cot is another pair. Sec and cosec is the third pair. Okay, you can write it like this. Now tell me the next one, students. What about tan? How do I write for tan? Theta is equal to, no, 90 minus theta. Or I can write it like this. Tan 90 minus theta. What is tan 90 minus theta? What? Theta. Write the theta value. Clear? Let them give in any order. Just remember this right hand side diagram, the blue one. Look at the blue arrows. Next, if I take sec theta, what is sec theta? Sec is complementary to which one? Sec, not cos, not cos, cosec. Sec 90 minus theta. Wait, let me give you the formulas. I'll write it again. Sin theta is equals to cos 90 minus theta. Tan theta is equals to cot 90 minus theta. Sec theta is equals to cosec 90 minus theta. These are the three formulas. In textbook, they have given it in reverse order. Okay, you can even follow that. If I write cosec 90 minus theta, students. If I write cosec 90 minus 40 degree, can you tell me the answer? What is cosec 90 minus 40? It is cos, student. Just give me cos. The diagram. Look at the diagram. Cos becomes sine. And this 40 degree is theta value, right? This theta, this is the theta value, right? 40 degrees. This is the answer. Okay, I'll give you one more question. Cot 90 minus 56 degree. What is cot 90 minus 56? Very good. Tan, just be this, tan 50. I'll prove it. I'll prove Write the blue one. Don't write the red ones. Just write the blue one for reference. Write it as complementary angle. So 100% you won't forget this. If you write this order, look at the yellow one, yellow box. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Left hand side reciprocal, right hand side complementary. Is this clear? All of you understood? Okay. Now we got tan 90 minus 56 is tan 56, students. What is cot 90 minus 56? Is 90 minus 56. Subtract it. 44 or 34 here. 34 degree. Tan 34 should be equal to what? Tan 56. Tan 34 should be equal to tan 56. Where is it? Sorry, cot 34 is equal to tan 36. Look here. Cot 34 degrees. Cot 34 is not available. What is cot 34, students? What's the answer? 1.482. Just keep, yeah, 1.48, right? 1.48. So tan 34 should be equal to what? I mean, cot 34 should be equal to what, students? Tan 56. 1.48. Let us see tan 56. 1.48. Are we getting the same answer? 1.48? 1.48? All of you understood? This is how we use the complementary angle, students. So definitely the values will be equal. Okay, definitely values will be equal. You don't have to memorize the formula. Next, one last question. Try one question. I'll give cosec 90 minus 21 degrees. Okay, what is cosec 90 minus 21? How do you convert cosec, students? Look at the right hand side part. Cosec gets converted into, all of you will respond. Look at the right side diagram. Sec. And what is the angle? 21 degrees. So this is the answer. Cosec 90 minus 21 is sec 21 degrees. Fine. So that's it. Nothing much in detail. Mostly they don't ask complementary, students. All these are MCQ based question. Is it clear? All of you understood? Reciprocal, complementary, how to apply the value? Okay. Next one we have table. Trigonometry table. Even for trigonometry table, use the same order. Even for trigonometry, use the same order. All of you will concentrate. I'll teach you how to write trigonometry table. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. So trigonometry we use for which triangle? All of you will respond. For which triangle? Right angle triangle. A right angle triangle, what is this angle fixed? What is this angle? 90 degrees. If I place a protractor, students, if I place a protractor here, what is the straight line in a protractor? The straight line is 90 degree. So everything lies from 0. See, protractor 0 to 180 degree. Everything lies in between 0 to 90. Can you see the right angle? It just lies between 0 to 90, right? So a right angle just lies between 0 to 90, students. You have only values from 0 to 90. So starting, write it in the same order. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. 0 degrees, 30, 45, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Okay, I'm starting from the basic. All these are 9th standard concept. From basic to advanced, I'll teach. Next, remember sine concept. Always you have to memorize the sine concept. Just memorize sine. Sine 0. 0 of 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Fine. This is the value for sine, students. 0, 40, 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. We have only 5 values. Okay, 5. Next. For cos, it is just the opposite. For cos, it is just opposite. 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2 remains as it is, 1 by 2, 0. Look at the way I have written. The order is just the opposite. Is this clear? All of you understood? Sine and cos. Don't write the table. Go through this. I tell you how to write. I tell you when to write. Just go through this. All of you will first go through sine values. Memorize 0 of 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Malavika, did you understand? Cecilia, Malavika, Ruth. Okay. Because other students, they know I've taught all these concepts in 9. Don't write, students. Don't write. First, listen to the instruction. Okay, next. How do you get tan? What's the special formula I told you all for tan? What's the special formula I told? Sin theta by cos theta. All of you have written quotient formula. I told you all sin theta by cos theta, right? So in order to get, look here, in order to get tan formula, divide sin by cos. Just divide sin by cos. What is 0 divided by 1? 0 divided by 1 is 0. Then what is the other two we have? 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. If you divide, what happens to root 3 by 2, students? It becomes 2 by 2. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. What's the answer? 1 by root 3. Or I would say it is better to memorize sine and tan value. If you memorize sine and tan value, other values are easy. Look here, I'll give you tan value 0, 1 by root 3, then write this 1 and root 3 here. And this becomes undefined. Undefined. So memorize sine value 0 of 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. Okay, cos will be the opposite of that. Cos is just the opposite. Next, tan formula. Tan is reciprocal, divide, or memorize this 0, 1 by root 3. 1 will go to the 45 degrees and root 3 here. 0, 1 by root 3, 1 root 3, students. Cot will be the opposite of tan. Cot is opposite. Look here, undefined, root 3, 1, 1 by root 3, 0. Is this clear? All of you understood till here? Okay, what is sec formula, students? What is the reciprocal formula for sec? What is the reciprocal of sec? Look at this. What is the reciprocal of sec? Cos, right? So what do you mean by that? Reciprocal meaning is you have to just reciprocate the value. Look at sec value. What is the reciprocal of 1? Reciprocal of 1 is 1 itself, right? 1. Now look at 30 degrees, students. Sec 30. What is the reciprocal of, what is cos 30? All of you will respond. What is cos 30? What is the reciprocal? 2 by root 3. Tell me the next one. Root 2. Next one. 2. And 0 by 1. This you get undefined. Remember this. Undefined. And cosec is the opposite of sec. Undefined. 2. Root 2. 2 by root 3. 1. Is this clear? All of you understood how to write the table, trigonometry table? Later you all can memorize, students. Now just go through sine and tan. What are the two things you have to memorize to write the entire table? One is sine and the other one is tan. Don't write it. First go through without looking the table, you'll have to write it. Are the videos on? All of you are concentrating? Yeah, Bhargavi, stop writing Bhargavi. As soon as I say write it, you start copying. Go through sine and tan, students. Without looking at the table, all of you will write it. Start writing the table. See, you'll have to learn, students. What's the point of copying from the screen? Okay, first go through sine and tan, then you try to write it. I'll give you all 5 minutes time, complete this. UN stands for undefined. You can't define those values. Repeat the value of sine and tan. Repeat 5 times, you'll get used to that values. 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. The students completed? Kia done? Write it. Are you writing or copying, Kia? So sec values, reciprocal of cos, students. Just reciprocate the values, you'll get the answer. Ruth completed. Malavika, Cecilia completed. Okay, got it right. Fine, students. What about Angel? Angel Island, Bhargavi, done? What's the time? 6, 8, 6. We started at 8:20. So today up to 8:30 I'll conduct today. It got late. From tomorrow, class will be at 7 o'clock. Today it got late. From tomorrow I'll conduct at 7. Okay, we'll start after 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes break. We'll continue at 8:15. Take 10 minutes break. Yes, all of you are online. Shall we start the next one? Response students. All of you are online, right? Okay, next one. So what and all we studied? Can you just tell me what we studied? Trigonometry ratios we studied, right? Ratio was done, then reciprocal. Yeah, reciprocal relation, quotient relation, then complementary and table. Last concept is left square concept. That is the most important. If that is done, we'll start solving the questions. Now, before solving that square relation, before going on to square relation, students, I want you all to make a note of some algebraic formulas. That is a plus b into a minus b. What is a plus b into a minus b? A square minus b square. Remember this, or if it is a minus b into a plus b. For both, the answer is what? A square minus b square. Go through left hand side as well as right hand side. If a square minus b square is given, it is a plus b into a minus a plus b into a minus b. Right? Algebraic formulas. Last reciprocal relation is, square relation is left. Before that, we'll study some algebraic formulas. Next, what is a plus b the whole square? Plus 2ab. Next, make a note of this. A square plus b square minus 2ab. See, this is one pair, this is another pair. Next, what if I add both together? A plus b the whole square plus a minus b the whole square, students. If I add, what do I get? Look here, if I add them, what do I get? These two gets cancelled. What is a square plus a square? 2a square. What is a square? 2. What is common? 2 is common. 3 square. This is the answer we get. So remember, when you add both together, students, when you add the formulas 2 into a square plus b square, make a note. And when you subtract it, the formula is 4ab. This is the formula, 4ab. Now you all can write. When I'm teaching, don't write. When I'm teaching, all of you all should listen. Only then you'll understand the concept. Make a note of these formulas. Write this together. These four are one formulas, one group. If you want, write it, or I'll write all four together. Take a screenshot later. Next, a plus b the whole cube, students. What is a plus b the whole cube? Yes. Make a note of this. A plus b the whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. Next, a minus b the whole cube. Everything should be minus. A cube minus b cube minus 3ab into a minus b. So the top one is the square formula, the bottom one are the cube formulas. You write it or take a screenshot and copy it later. Next, write it separately. Look at the screen, all of you all. A cube plus b cube, students. These two are different. Look, they're not the same. A cube plus b cube formula is a plus b. into a square plus b square minus ab. Next, a cube minus b cube. A minus b, everything will be positive inside. A square plus b square plus ab. That's it. These are the most used formulas in trigonometry, algebraic formulas. All of you will write it. Maintain a separate book for tuition. All of you will complete it. Response, students. Done. Okay, I've taken take a screenshot. I'll send it in the group. I'll send all this in the group. Okay, so table, reciprocal, tan. Now, last relation, last concept is square relation. See, even square relation depends on this value what I've given. Square relation. When it comes to square, last is square relation. Don't write anything. Concentrate here. Square. Square relation, or we also call this as identity, students. Identities. Identity. So, what is square relation? Let me take the first two, sine square theta plus cos square theta. Whenever you add sine square theta, cos square theta, the answer is 1. Okay, next, only for sine and cos you have to add it, students. We have to add. Next, we need to take sec and tan. Sec square theta minus, this time you have to minus it, minus tan square theta is equals to 1. Don't write anything. First listen. Then we take cosec and cot. Look at the arrows what I've drawn. Cosec and cot. This is the order you have to write. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. These are the three formulas. This is known as square relation. Okay, don't write. I'll explain in depth. You can make a note later, students. See, now along with these three, we have to apply algebraic formulas. You should know even algebra concept. The formula which I gave. So remember, with this, students, we have to use a square minus b square. If I want to find sine square theta, what happens to this plus cos square theta if it goes to the other side? All of you will respond. It becomes 1 minus cos square theta. 1, can I write it as 1 square? It's the same, right? Can we use a square minus b square here? Can we use a square minus b square? What is a square minus b square? 1 plus cos theta into cos theta. Make a note of this. This is for sine. Just make a note for sine, for sec, and this I'll give later. Next. The same formula, students, same formula. If I want to find cos square theta, what happens to sin square theta if it goes to the other side? 1 minus sin square theta. I can write 1 square sin square sin theta the whole square. So again here I can use a square minus b square concept. A square minus b square is 1 plus sin theta into 1 minus sin theta. Yeah, make a note of this. Another 5 minutes. 5 minutes will end the class. Complete. And today homework, you'll have to memorize all the formulas, whatever we have studied. Just go through all that. Tomorrow we'll start solving the question. I will make a note for sin square and cos square students. Written these two things. Shall we do the next one? All of you completed? Next. What's the next one I told you? Second square relation. Sec square theta minus which one? Tan square theta is equals to 1. Here you don't have to change it. Don't have to change. Can we use a square? Doesn't it look like a square minus b square? These two. What is a square minus b square, students? Sec theta plus tan theta into what? If I elaborate it, sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1. This is the first formula. Okay, because it already looks like a square minus b square. Next, if I want to find sec square theta, what happens to tan square theta, students? All of you will respond. Minus tan square theta goes to the other side, becomes 1 plus tan square theta. Remember this formula. Here you can't use a square minus b square because there is plus in between. Next, if I want to find tan square theta, tan is minus. Don't write, listen first. Tan is minus. Shift it to the right hand side so that it becomes positive. Keep sec square theta as it is. Bring this 1 to the left hand side, it becomes minus 1. This is the formula for tan square theta. Make a note of this. So we'll be solving questions from Selina publication, R.S. Agarwal and previous year board exam papers. Okay, from all three or four sources, students. Even from online, I take questions and solve. Clear? All of you completed this? Done? Last one. What is the third square identity do we have, students? What's the third one? Cosec square theta minus is equal to 1. If I use a plus b into a minus b, what do we get here? Cosec theta plus 1 into cosec theta minus cos theta is it? You'll understand if you solve it for within 1 week. You'll understand how to apply all these formulas. Entire trigonometry we can complete within 1 week. Next, if I want to find cosec square theta in this, minus cot becomes plus cot square theta. And if I want to find cot square theta, shift this 1 to the other side, it becomes cosec square theta minus 1. Remember these three LO1 students. The LO1 are the main formulas. Sine square theta, sec square theta, cosec square theta. For sine and cos square, it should be plus. For the other two, it should be minus. Okay, that's it. We are done. All of you will complete it. I will written all these concepts. Okay, go through all this along with this algebraic expression formulas. Okay, reciprocal, complementary. So from tomorrow we'll start solving the questions.